See where Saturn is placed in the third house? Do you think that, based on the Lagna relationship with the third house, that Sanjay would enjoy much of this money? Yes or no? No. It's third house, correct? One has to be street smart when the third house gets involved. You have to learn through experience, you know? It's tough. At that time, I think he was in hostel. He was not even at home. So there you go. But the money was there because of the family. This is how you must apply your mind. Do you want another example? Bill Gates. Maybe I should bring up his dasas. No, the dasas are not here. First, analyze which plants will give wealth. Okay. Who else? Sorry? Jupiter. Mars, Mercury. Who else? Anybody else? No more. Jupiter, Moon, Mercury, Mars. Okay. Let's open his dasas. Is this the same chart as the one we had before? It is. Now, in 1979, 86, 1993, 95, there was a lot of wealth coming his way. And specifically, from 96 and onwards until now, he's been the richest man alive. So, let's try to analyze each of these periods using the dasa. Which period will you look at first? Look at your handout. See the dates. First one is? 79. When was this? This was Ketu. Either Rahu or Jupiter. Which one will give it? Jupiter will give it. So we infer the money came then. Remember? Next period. 86. During Venus. Okay. Sun. Now why will Sun give wealth? 11th from the Hora Lagna. Okay. What else? It's conjunct the Hora Lagna ruler Ketu. Hora Lagna is dispositive of who? Okay. Okay. No. Find a good reason. Find a good reason. It's aspecting Jupiter. That's a better reason. Okay? That's a better reason. That is right. That's also why in Ketu Mahadasa itself he earned some money. Otherwise we could not say why Ketu Mahadasa would give something. Yeah, so there'll be some debilitation, but there'll be some money. Yes. When did he sell DOS to IBM? 80-81. That would be, actually, that was during the period of Ketu and the end of it. Actually, they found the software here, Jupiter, and during this last portion they sold it. Okay? So you may infer that it was during Mercury they actually made the sell.
No, it was earlier than that. Because the computer, the IBM PC came out on August 12, 1981. So the actual sale that IBM had.
Must have happened earlier. Did they have any deal about percentages or anything? License? Did they license it or did they?
IBM got a non-exclusive license, which meant that Gates could sell it himself as well.
That's why he also earned money after September 81.
Well, yeah.
Yes. You see that we're looking at when the money is coming in. All right? And that's also why we're using Vimshotri Dasa. When do you feel the money is coming to you? It's all about the moon, the mind. See, as far as the mind is concerned, the money is coming to you. There's a hamkara involved. But as bodies, it's just some article which is placed next to us. Just keep that in mind. Would Saturn Antar be good for wealth? We can infer there was some difficulty in the proceedings, maybe. The deal was made in Jupiter. Saturn, nothing happened. Mercury, money came. You see that? This way we can also look at the chart. Now you see this Mercury. Is it well placed? I'm going a bit deeper into the dasa now, okay? How is this Mercury placed? Very well. Are you sure? Okay, okay. That would be good, wouldn't it? How about this Mars? What happens when Mercury and Mars join? Sorry? Court cases, litigations. When he made this sale, he was deceiving somebody else, and he got into court for it. He was basically sued for it.
What, he sold DOS to IBM?
Yeah. By Seattle Computers, remember?
Oh, he bought Bill Hatch.
Yeah, exactly. See, he had bought the software of another company, got full license to it, and sold it for much more to IBM. He did nothing with the software other than put his name on it.
He tweaked it a little bit.
Yeah. This Mercury-Mars combination is there. So there are fights afterwards. Antitrust cases were launched against him. You see that? Mars-Mercury? Mercury's exalted. He's in a state of enjoyment. Mars-Mercury. Somebody's after him. See that? That's what happened in Mercury-Antar. Okay. The next period was 86, or when? 86? Oh, we did 86. The sun was aspecting Jupiter. 90 what? 90. Yes.
You also say that because Mars is lower that
So its purpose is to cause loss. You may infer that, yes. But it's also aspecting the Hora Lagna. So it could mean that some investment must be made before the money comes. See that? Okay, good. Okay. 89, that's Rahu Antar. So, why would Rahu give wealth? Was it wealth that came in that period? Do you remember? Analyze Rahu. Just analyze Rahu. That's important. The Graha Drishti does not necessarily give wealth. It gives a desire for wealth, temporary desire. So he'll be striving for wealth. Because of that, the company started gaining wealth because their stocks went up. You may infer that some initiative was made in that point in time. Strong initiative. Okay? That's the difference.
That's when Windows came out, I think.
Strong initiative. Must have been. When was the next period?
93.
That's when the real money came. See Jupiter? Jupiter's loading. That's when the real money came. That's when NT came out. Or was it work groups? Windows for work groups.
Work groups.
Yeah. That was during Jupiter. That's when the real money would come.
He was 95, I think.
Yeah, was it that far?
Around 95.
During either of these two? Yeah, that's probably right. This way we can go through the whole thing. You want to keep on going? See the rest?
Yeah.
Okay. Next period would be? 95. That's either Jupiter or Saturn. Jupiter is already giving its good results. Saturn. What will Saturn do?
It has been a good period if you listen to Windows 95 operating system.
Tell me from the chart.
Is that just the load of the second from Hora Lagna?
So? Okay. It doesn't give wealth the second from Hora Lagna. It makes you very worried, actually. It's with 11th Lord from Hora Lagna. That's more like it. Point is, whilst the Hora Lagna and its 7th are giving wealth, the other houses from it, lordships from it, can also ensure that the wealth does not run away from you. It protects the wealth. Some maneuver is done and the wealth is still coming. It's protected. Okay? It's as if one flow of wealth is being protected all the time. It does not disappear out of your hands. Good point. So Saturn is joined the 11th lord from the Hora Lagna. That's important. Does not mean he'll get exceedingly strong amount of wealth. It means that the wealth he was already getting is going to be sustained, maybe even increased slightly. No new sources.
Also that
Yes?
in the D2 chart, the one where you just put all the planets in Cancer and Leo,
Yes.
has Moon, Saturn, and Venus in Cancer. And
Moon.
Jupiter, Sun, and Mars in Leo.
Look at that. Jupiter, Sun's Hora, Sun's Hora, Mars, Sun's Hora. Wow, lots of good resources. Perfect incarnation. Made for money. And Saturn is in Moons. Perfect, that's good. Venus, Moon, yes. And Moon itself. That's it. Wow. Look at that. No wonder. No wonder. Good one. Good point. I didn't see that myself. Yeah, good one. Because normally this is used to see how the person's attitude to these things are. He could have had help from somebody else to do the work. Yes?
Plus, if you could extend the principle of taking the Atma Karaka in each Varga chart to see how the soul functions in that particular area of life, Saturn is the Atma Karaka with Venus, so you could say, you could say that, especially because you were asking about dashas. So in Venus dasha, starting into the 80s, he acquired huge amounts of money because Venus is with the Atma. It's the AMK with the Atma.
What does the Atma have to do with wealth?
Well, this is a question that the Atma Karaka, the Atma has to experience every department of life.
True,
The
true,
Vamsa
true.
tells us about Dharma, but all the other departments of life still have to be considered.
Okay, okay. So what would you say from this placement of the Atma Karaka in 12th house with Venus?
Well, that it could be that this technology is being exported to the whole world because it's only through the work that they did that it became common to the common man everywhere.
So you mean in Wealth Matters, his purpose of being born in Wealth Matters was to ensure that wealth was given to the world.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll keep that in.
Well, not wealth, but a tool, a use.
Okay, okay. Well, we'll think about that. As far as I'm concerned about himself, as far as wealth is concerned, see the Lagna Lord, Mercury exalted. Okay, this is his attitude towards wealth. Okay, he's very much involved, and the more he gets, the happier he gets. Very happy. He's not like one of those saints who feels more debilitated when it comes to wealth. Okay, where they actually run away from wealth. He's actually in a state of enjoyment, with the once in a while restriction of Mars because something shady happens. Some, wrong attitude towards some things. Okay? He's definitely a very aggressive businessman. Okay. Good one on the Sun and Moon. Let's see the rest of his dasas. Mercury, we know, has been good. And Ketu, yes, it was aspecting Jupiter. Did everybody get that? Right now he's running the Sun's period. Okay. What will you say about the Sun? First came Sun, then came Moon. Moon is in Hora Lagna. Then Mars. Mars is aspecting Hora Lagna. Then Rahu. What did you say about this period? Again, he moves very aggressively. Okay? Makes strong plans. He's still the richest man in the world during this time. But he's been cheated also because of his tactics. They say the new software which Windows has developed can already be found freely on the internet. See that Rahu working? 6th house. Scorpio. Aspecting Hora Lagna. The 12th from Hora Lagna. The same thing would have happened at the time when the other Rahu Antardasa came. Same thing would have happened. Same thing is happening here. Now, what will be the end result? Jupiter's coming after? Wealth again. Lots and lots of money. Yes, Satsiri?
Has there been any discussion about the Rahu K2 positions in this particular?
Yeah, you've noticed that they are not opposite each other, neither are they
Yeah.
joined. Very particular for this Hora. Any ideas why this is so?
Asymmetrical nature of the way of dividing the,
That is true. That is there. What can you infer from this? Why can't Rahu and Ketu be joined in this Hora? Nor in 7th from each other. They'll never be in 7th from each other.
Because they're not about light.
So the antithesis to the light. So they can't work.
This is when Rahu and Ketu get totally severed from each other. Totally. Who was the cause of Rahu, of the demon
Vishnu.
having his head severed?
Vishnu.
Who? No. Vishnu severed it. But who was the cause? The sun and the moon went and told Vishnu this is happening. Totally severed. To that extent where they can neither move to see each other anymore, nor are they joined, as in some of the higher charts. They're completely severed. Instead, when we go to Trim Samsa, the D30 chart, sun and moon's signs do not exist. Cancer and Leo. So we have these opposites. Okay? That's why the Trim Samsa is used for death and destruction and evils and disease and all these things. Whilst the Hora chart is used to see the increase of life, increase of wealth, increase of sustenance. Okay?